Okay. I'm only slightly frazzled. At least I have a few of you here, and I've reposted the link because Eventbrite doesn't want to allow my Zoom access properly. What can we do? This is why this is being recorded. So welcome to those of you who are here with me live. And hopefully in the next few minutes, people will trickle in, and apologies that we're a few minutes late. And I'm going to have you muted for now. And there will be an opportunity to share. And so, hi. Whether you're here with me now or in a future timeline, my name is Jaime Verk. And you can also call me J Love. That's the name that my soul loves responding to. And I work as an intuitive energy healer, as a spiritual life coach. And I got the inspiration to hold this ceremony online. And it sort of comes at the perfect time because people are starting to feel a bit isolated again. And the power of community continues to allow us to feel the expansion that is available to us at all times. And especially that amplifies when we're like, yes, let's come together. Even if we're coming together through a virtual lens, we're here, we're making time and space. Oh, good. People are coming in now. So I'm so grateful that even though sometimes technology tries to get in the way of us co-creating, that we can overcome. And I feel like I need grounding now more than I did a few minutes ago before I pressed record, before anyone was on the call. And so I'm just trusting the process. I'm trusting that whoever's meant to be here live will be here, and whoever is meant to receive this transmission at 7 p.m. tonight will watch it at that time and take what it is that they are meant to take from this experience. So thank you. And so just to let you know how things will go through the next hour together, this is going to be recorded. You have the choice whether you show up in video or whether you just share audio, or maybe you just observe and take in. It's totally up to you. And so anyone who has registered for this event will have access to the video. And I might also share it for the next week on my YouTube channel. For me, this was the gift. The message was to share the light, and I do want to give more people access to this. So the flow for today, we're going to do a group energy clearing, and we're going to do some breath work, some guided meditation. We'll do an embodiment practice with a bit of tapping and just sort of opening up the channels for your higher self to step forward, and for the voice of love and wisdom to come through. We'll do a creative writing practice, an opportunity for you to put down into words some of the things that you've experienced in the past year and some of the things that you really want to experience in the year coming up. And there'll be an opportunity to share. So I'm especially glad that some of you are here live so that we can hold space for sharing, because sharing is such an important part of the human experience. And especially now, if we are going to be in this place where we kind of have to stay home more, holding circles where we get to have this juicy conversation, where we get to open our hearts and feel that unity in receiving the shares. And then at the very end, I'll give a solstice blessing. And after that, you're welcome to stay a little longer. I'll talk a little bit about my upcoming offerings that are going to happen in January and throughout 2022, and a little bit more about the work that I do, both one-on-one and in groups. So with this solstice, happy solstice. Today is the darkest day of the year. It's the shortest day of the year with the most amount of darkness. And it was really beautiful. When I woke up this morning, the sun was sort of beaming through my window, and I felt this beautiful return to light really shining in all of its glory. And that's what this time is really about. It's like we've gone through those short days where we've really been in a lot of darkness. And now is the time where the longer days start to come back. And it's a really potent time to both witness some of your shadows coming through, feeling that darkness, that heaviness that sometimes winter taps us into, but then also tapping into your light and also sharing your light. I'm going to talk a little bit about a theme that revealed itself when I was sort of thinking about what to talk about today. And so this theme for today is being of service, and not just returning to your light, but how can you show up and share your light with those who are still sort of stuck in the darkness. And that's really going to be the invitation today, for you to sit with that, and also for you to start to open up to how you can shine a bit more of what you have to share with those around you and brighten up anyone's day. The holidays are an interesting time because there is this magic and excitement, but it's also a time where a lot of people struggle and feel isolated and, have family dramas. And so just tuning into what you're experiencing, and then also what the people around you are experiencing, and doing your best to flicker those little glimmers of light that you have to share when you feel that the abundance of it. And the other thing about community, what's beautiful is when we're in community and we do start to share, it's like some of us, our lights dim and then certain lights shine at different times. So if one of us is sort of feeling a bit more darkness, that leads or gives space for another one of us to shine a little bit brighter. And so we get to share that light within the community. And, the light never goes out, because we're always kind of creating that passing of the torch. Okay, now it's my turn to step into the light, and I'm feeling like, okay, I need to go into the cave a little bit. And now you can step into your light. So that shared energy that happens when we co-create, when we come together in a group. Now is a really beautiful time to connect to Mother Nature. Yes, it's cold, but there's no bad weather. There's only a bad outfit choice for that weather. And so bundle up, go outside, take those big, deep breaths, connect to the trees, connect to the beauty of the snow and the sun that glistens on the snow, or even those gray days. Just recognizing that our connection to Mother Nature really is our lifeline. And in the last, 2 years, where we've been feeling a lot of collective darkness, it's never been more potent to go out and to connect. And I know some of you are lucky enough to sort of live outside the city and be immersed in nature. And how can you start to share that with the friends that you have that live in the city? And if you do live in the city, there's no excuse. There's still walking paths. There's still beautiful piers. You can go watch the water, sit in silence, take in what you need to. And so I'd love to share with you some of the ways that I really love to honor the solstice. And I did it first thing this morning. I had a moment where I took in the sun rising, and I sat in the silence of that and expressed some gratitude for this day, for this opportunity to show up and allow my light to be seen by others. Another opportunity is this evening, as the sun is setting, is to make a wish for the upcoming year for yourself, and also for the collective. What do you want to see for your brothers and sisters, for humanity, for the collective? Another beautiful thing to do is to just turn off all your lights, all your appliances, all your technology, turn it all off, and come into that simplicity of lighting candles and creating the ambiance through the candles, through that light. Now's a great time to recharge yourself. We know we start to feel slow and lazy and tired during the winter. And so, I'm sure we're still getting a lot of invitations to come and do and be and connect, which is great. But also the downtime where we get to go in, and really it's like you unplug to plug yourself into that infinite source, and you get to recharge yourself so that you have more of that light to share. I love this. This is sort of like a self-care non-negotiable in the wintertime. It's taking salt baths. Salt baths are really, really good for clearing your energy. Everything is energy. And if we're working, if we're connecting to others, if we're accumulating energy, and the salt bath really helps you to reset. It's like that 0 point, washing it all away. It's great for achy muscles. It's really good for helping to rehydrate the skin, especially if you put some oils in the bath. Another thing you can do is decorate. People love decorating this time of year, honoring the season, honoring the solstice or Yule, and creating an altar, bringing in elements from Mother Nature, pine and cedar, the beautiful trees, the evergreens, reminding us that no matter what, there is this forever life force around us that we can tap into when we need it. And that's our lifeblood. And in the theme of today, which is sharing your light, is reaching out to people that you love and allowing them to receive what you have to give, or allowing yourself to receive what others have to share with you. Sometimes that can be challenging for some people. One of those things is really easy. So practicing the one that's a little bit more challenging is a really beautiful way to honor the solstice as well as honoring yourself. And so, hello, welcome. Thank you for those who are sharing in the chat box. I love that. And feel free, if something feels really good or if you agree with what I have to say, there's a little button called the reaction. You can go ahead and react. Give me a heart or a little smile. And so before we go into things, before we go into the practice, the actual ceremony portion, I want you to have what you need. If you're watching this on your computer and you just want to pull up like a little note, a place where you can take notes, you can do that. If you'd like to go actually grab a couple of pieces of paper and a pen, do that. It's nice to also have a candle with you. If you like crystals, grabbing 3 crystals. If you'd like to smudge your space and light some smoke, you can go ahead and do that. I'll give you about a minute to go ahead and grab what you like. And if anyone wants to come on video and say hello, now is a good time. Or grab some water, now is a good time for that too. Or if you have any questions. I can't hear you, Allison.
I just want to say thank you so much for this experience that we are about to have. You are a powerful, amazing, wise goddess. And thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing. And I don't know why, but I can hear myself echoing. So I'm going to mute you, but I really appreciate when people share their voice. I'm so happy to connect with you, Allison. It's been too long. It's an honor to have you here, sister. And so as you've collected your things, just give me a little thumbs up and let me know that you feel ready. There's 1 thumbs up. Thank you. Hey, Leah. Yeah, thank you. Thumbs up. The last time I saw you, Leah, I was actually on my way to like the witchiest store in the city. And you were like blazing past me on the streets, like, hey, I'm on a witch mission. Excellent. So I'll give it another few seconds. And for those of you who are ready, you can just set your paper off to the side and get comfortable. If you'd like to put on headphones, you can. If you'd like to cover your eyes, you can. You don't need to see me. You just need to trust that your body will interpret what I'm saying and you will take action in the exact way that you are meant to. And so I'm going to begin. I'm working with juniper today, which can be a little spiky. And it almost has that sharpness of a rose thorn. Releasing really beautiful, beautiful smell. Yeah, I like it. Okay, we got a couple people who are ready to roll. And feel free to share also what herbs you're working with, what inspires you this time of year, what elements of earth you are working with. Hi, Jose. You're using juniper too. I love it. Thank you, Selena. So getting comfortable in your body. You can close your eyes. And connect into the rhythm of your breath. And just the steadiness. And close our eyes. And we get to just press pause on all the external world that we give so much of our energy to. It's a gift to come in, to focus in. And for the first 5 breaths, open the mouth, make a sound. Really give yourself permission to release anything you picked up along your path today. Anything that's not yours, respectfully returning it to sender. And I am lighting a candle, calling in Source Creator, God, Goddess, all that is. Calling in our team of light, team of spirit, calling in any angels, any guides or guardians that are here to support us at this time. Calling in the beautiful energy of the winter solstice. Calling in our earth allies, the power of the trees, power of the elements. Power of the stone protectors and the crystals. Power of the winged beings, the 2-legged and the 4-legged, and the creatures from the water and below the earth. Breathing in through the nose, inviting in your higher self, your higher guidance, your inner wise one. Remember that you are spirit. You are not separate from Mother Nature. And through the power of your breath, reconnecting to that. Again, opening the mouth, breathing in through the mouth and out through the nose. Breathing in through the mouth, out through the nose. In through the mouth, out through the nose. One more time, in through the mouth, out through the nose. In through the nose, out through the mouth. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Again, in through the nose, out through the mouth. 2 more. Allowing your body to relax and return to your natural rhythm of breath. See in your mind's eye a candle being lit. Seeing that spark, that flame. It might feel like there's gold around you, or white or orange. Just inviting that in through the center of your forehead. Inviting that in through the mouth, opening the mouth. Drawing that light down through the throat. Connecting to the texture of your breath. Drawing the light down into the heart. Relaxing the body. Relaxing the arms. Draw the light down to the lower part of the heart, the bottom of the sternum to the solar plexus. Again, opening the mouth, breathing through the mouth, and allowing this light to amplify, become bigger and brighter. Inviting the light down further into the belly, into the womb, your creative center. And again, allowing the light to become even brighter as it comes down into your root. Seeing the energy of that light split into two, like sparklers, running down the legs, down the thighs, down to the knees, all the way down your shins and your calves, down to your feet. See your feet standing outside on the earth, and feel the connection of your feet into the earth. Feeling roots grow down. Just imagine that there's a gentle pull on these roots, an energetic tug anchoring you down into the core of the earth. And again, moving down into the core of the earth, you're met with another spark, another flame, flickering, sparkling wide, drawing that light back up in through your feet, up your legs, back into the center of your pelvis, drawing it all the way back up into your belly, up into your power center, up into your heart, opening and relaxing your body as you draw this energy back up towards your crown this time. And as this light comes up through the crown, it's sort of showering down, creating almost an egg that is wrapping your body in this light. Seeing yourself enveloped in this bright, beautiful, shining light. This light is like this beautiful, sparkling mist. Seeing through the sparkling mist to the darkness. And you are in this sacred gateway. A place where you're able to both release and to open all at once. And bring your palms together to unite at your heart center and just rub the hands together. And keep rubbing the hands together until you feel warmth, until you feel the energy of that sparkling light that's around you and within you, manifesting between the hands. Gently open the hands and feel this energy. Bring your hands close to your mouth. Open your mouth, breathe it in. Draw your hands over your eyes, over your head, and just feel the cells in your body dancing with the presence of your hands, this energy, this beauty. Drawing the hands down the head, down the hair, down the heart. And exhaling through the mouth as you release the hands down the rest of the body. And then again, bringing the palms together at the heart center. Charging up that light even brighter, bringing a smile to your face. The wider this smile is, the brighter this light is, the more potent this energy is. And again, opening the hands like you're going to kiss someone, breathing in through pursed lips. Hold your breath. See if there's a little bit more you can breathe in. Hold your breath. And as you soften your body, exhale and allow the hands to again just glide down your body, acknowledging this beautiful vessel that is your home. And just gently rubbing your hands on your body in every way that feels good, that feels nourishing and loving. And what a journey this body has been on. Just saying thank you to your vessel for allowing you to feel everything that you felt in this year, everything that you've experienced, all the moments. Just honoring every moment that has gotten you to this point here now. Gently tapping on your heart when you're ready. Maybe even opening the mouth, making a sound. Ah. Keep tapping on the heart. Ah. And then brushing down the arm with that hand. Making a whooshing sound. And bringing the other hand to your heart. Again, tapping on the heart. Taking a big breath in. And brushing down the opposite arm. And just dusting off anything that you're releasing from this year. And as you dust off your body, revealing more of that beautiful, shiny light that lives within you, that we've charged up and amplified in this moment together. Bringing your hands onto your belly, just giving your belly a little jiggle. Big breath in and out through the mouth. Allowing the body to feel more relaxed, softening the body, softening the belly. Bring your hands up to your ears now. Gently pull on your earlobes, massaging them. And working your way up the edges of your ears, gently tugging and massaging, gently pulling the ears out and then up to the top. And you might do that again, starting at the bottom. Breathing deeply. And as you massage your ears, open your mouth and make a sound. Maybe it's a laugh or a yawn or a sigh or an ah, whatever it is, just make a sound. And here, just clearing the throat, clearing the ability to listen in and to listen out. and to open to the voices of the higher guidance. Bring your hands back onto your heart and just say thank you. Thank you for showing up today. Thank you for being here now. I want to plant a few ideas for you to just sit with before opening your eyes. And this will help to guide us and inspire the writing portion of today's practice. And so this has been a big year for a lot of us. It's been exciting. It's been painful. It's been scary. It's been challenging. It's been beautiful. It's really been all the things. And so with everything that's happened this year, what are you most proud of? What have you accomplished? And just feeling into the heart. These can be small things. These don't need to be big, grand things that, blow you out of the water. What have you accomplished? What have you really felt? You know what? I'm proud for myself for doing this or going through this or sitting with this, allowing for this. And if it helps you to anchor in, placing the hand, one on the heart, one on the belly, and expanding your awareness into gratitude. What can you be grateful for this year? Allowing those things to come to your mind's eye. Taking a big breath in and out. And going a little deeper, what have you been working on this year that you're still working on, you're still wanting to carry through into the next year? Maybe it's an idea that hasn't quite fully developed yet. Maybe it's a task that you started that hasn't been finished, but it's important to you. Maybe it's a pattern that you've started to reprogram and it's just almost there. So what are you carrying through? What are you continuing to commit to for this year? Taking a big breath in and exhaling. And what are some things that you're calling in? What do you want to create and manifest for yourself in this year that's beginning? This is the time to start to dream big and to realize that you are the creator of your reality and anything is possible when you hold space for this dreamer to come alive. And again, take a big, deep breath in and let it out. And you can bring your awareness back up to the surface now. And when you feel ready to, flicker the eyes open. And if there's something that popped into your head through that process and you want to write it down and you want to share it, feel free to use the chat box. And I'm also going to hold space for the next 5 to 8 minutes for us to go through the questions and the prompts. And I'm going to write them in the chat box so that they're there for you. And so 3 things that you're really proud of that you accomplished in the last year. 3 things that you're grateful for. Those can be interchangeable. because sometimes we're grateful and proud all at once. Three things that you're carrying through that you're still working on. Three things that you're calling in. And I forgot, I did have this originally, but I think I deleted it. And three things that you're letting go of. And so what I like to do for this ritual for myself is I do like to write them down on paper, especially the things that I'm letting go of, because the invitation is going to be at some point tonight or before the new year is to burn those things, to burn them and blow the ashes into the wind, or to bury the ashes, or to bury the paper. And then for the things that you're carrying through and the things that you're calling in, also to place them in a sacred spot, whether that's on an altar or a shrine or a place where you can revisit them in the next cycle. So in the spring equinox, you get to revisit these things and set new things for yourself. And then again, when the summer comes. So are there any questions before I put music on and just hold space for you to do your writing? Everyone's heavily into it already, right? I gotta let go of all these things. Okay, good. Okay. So beginning now. Oh, is there a question? I saw someone's video pop on. No, that was just like a hi. A thumbs up. Okay, great. All right, so you have a few minutes.
Victorian ladies with skates on their feet.
A few more minutes and I'll come back in about 2 minutes.
Watch the snow and the sleet, and the smoke ventured out from the soot-blackened chimneys and shimmered beneath an icy cold moon. But inside an evergreen stands in the corner, and a bright blazing fire to keep out the gloom. There's holly and ivy and white mistleberry. The sun is in hiding, his face he can't show. So fill up your glasses so we can be merry, while rosy red cheeks by the firelight glow. Under the streetlights they'll gather together, their shivering voices will ring out the song to sing into you, regardless of weather, and brighten the darkness all the night long. And the mummers perform their plays from the ages. In comes King George, a man of courage bold, while out in the orchards we'll go a-sailing and sup on spice cider to keep out the cold. There's holly and ivy and white mistleberry. The sun is in hiding, his face you can't show. So fill up your glasses so we can be merry, while rosy red cheeks by the firelight glow. Changing places, and Jack Frost is wearing his new winter vest, while under the woodpile old Jack Green is sleeping to awaken in spring from his long dreamy rest. So on this Yuletide we'll gather together beneath the sign of the ancient god's horns. As the new year beckons through cold misty weather, we'll raise a toast as the sun is reborn. There's holly and ivy and white mistleberry. The sun is in hiding, his face you can't show. So fill up your glasses so we can be merry, while rosy red cheeks by the firelight glow.
Okay. That's a wild festive song. Okay, do we have enough time? Are we still writing things down? Yeah. Feel free to turn your video on if you like still writing. Okay, still writing a bit. Let's start. Who wants to share? And I did mine now too with all of you. So I didn't think about this before. I didn't do this before, but this is a practice that I do every solstice and equinox. Sometimes the questions change, but there's always stuff to let go of because we're on the growth path and we realize things that we don't want to continue, whether they're limiting beliefs or patterns. And so this letting go, this is the one that we're going to burn, or you can tear it up and bury it. And so you can put that off to the side. Who wants to share what they're proud of, what they've accomplished this year? Because I would love to celebrate something that you're feeling proud of for yourself. I had a really hard time being proud of myself for anything for most of my life. And something that I committed to last year for myself was to be in more of the celebration, the little things that we accomplish. I'll share. All right, Selena, feel free to unmute yourself. I hope I'm saying your name right.
Yes, you are. Thank you. I would normally go on the camera, but you're recording, so I was.
Your voice is perfect.
Okay, great. So there was a lot this last year, but the one thing that I'm proud that I finished because it was so difficult was dismantling the myth of white supremacy and anti-racist cohort that was 9 months long, and it was with white people who are by far the most difficult to work with. And so I was very proud because halfway through the program, I wanted to quit and I didn't. So for me, that was a big deal because I was like, no, I gotta stay in this muck. So that was one of the things. There were several other, but that one was the longest. It took 9 months of the year. So.
Wow. There's the birthing process, right?
Yeah. I mean, I've been doing anti-racist work for 24 years, but to do it with people who hadn't done it was the difficult part for white body people. So yes, 9 months of a birth. Yes.
Wow. Thank you for sharing that. It's incredible when we stay in a commitment that we make to go through with something, especially when we're being challenged at our core. So amazing. Yeah. Yeah, I know. It's sometimes we make these commitments and then we're like, I just can't take it anymore. I give up. So you didn't. What an inspiration that is. Thank you. Who else would like to share something that they're feeling really proud of that they've accomplished this year?
I'll share, Jamie. Hi.
Hi, Megan.
Hey, you're with Maddie. I've been involved with a charity in Kenya, and over the last couple of years, we were rebuilding our school in Nairobi. So we've recently just finished the build and done a bunch of fundraising for that over the last 2 years. So I'm excited and happy that that's finished. Yeah. And I'm also proud of this little one and moving into motherhood and that whole new chapter. Yeah. Being present for him and patient and giving all that I have to him. So yeah.
Oh, beautiful. Can you share the name of your charity so that people who are watching this in the future can look it up and maybe also provide some support there?
Yeah, I'd love to. It's called Seed Kenya. So SEED in all capitals.
Beautiful. Thank you for the work that you do and the communities that you serve.
Thanks, Jamie.
You're welcome. Is there anyone else who would like to share what they're celebrating this year? What have you accomplished? What are you proud of? Or is this an area that's challenging for you? Maybe someone shared in the chat. No, okay. And with this share, what you're proud of, I'd like for you to put it somewhere where you can see it for the next few weeks. As you move towards the new year, whether you put it, on your mirror in your bathroom where you brush your teeth every morning and just looking at that as a reminder for, how strong you are, how you've shown up. And again, celebrating each step along the path, because each one is meant to be celebrated, whether we're creating or overcoming, it's something special. So I'm going to ask that you do post that up on your mirror, on your fridge, somewhere where you see it a lot. Who wants to share what they're letting go of, what they're going to burn away or bury? I would like to share that I am letting go of attracting friendships where the other person takes more than they give. This has been a pattern many times in my life, many partnerships, romantic and work partnerships, where I allow myself to give more than what I allow myself to receive. And that's not because the person is offering, that's because they just don't know how. And I've learned a lot through these relationships, and I've learned my value and worth in partnership. And so I feel very complete with finding myself in relationships where I've given to the point where I actually hold resentment towards that person. And I don't want to hold those relationships. I don't want to hold that frequency anymore, because that brings me down, that dims my light. And so I do want to attract people who have more self-awareness and who are as generous by nature as I am. I really want to be met in that energy. So I'm letting go of the toxic relationships. That's what people call it. Yeah, right? What else are we letting go of? There's a couple things on my list. Letting go of always wanting to know. Yeah. And letting go of perfectionism, an insidious program that so many of us have come to know very intimately. And there is no perfect. Look at nature. The most gnarly trees are the most magnificent, right? The ones with all those big knobs and blobs and broken branches. There's magnificence in the imperfections that we see in nature, and there's magnificence in our imperfections as well. Thank you for sharing that. What else? Okay. And so for the next questions, carrying forward, I like this one. What are you carrying forward? Like, what did you start working on this year that you're like, there's a little bit further I can take this? There's a lesson here that I just started to get to know, but I haven't seen it through to completion yet. Leah shares letting go of self-judgment. Yes. The narrative that it's scary to be known. Oh yeah, I can relate to that one. Thank you. Unwillingness to be visible. Right. I just want to speak to this for a minute because this is a big one for a lot of people. It's like we're so afraid to be seen because there's a fear of being judged when we're seen, right? And I came from a family that was very judgmental, very critical. And so I think for most of my life, I've been doing this work where I am a space holder, but I've been afraid to really tell people who I am and what I do. So I invite all of you to start to show up without those fears of being seen or being judged, because oftentimes the biggest judgments are coming from our own inner gremlin. Right? So thank you, Leah. Okay, so what are we carrying forward? What's still in our luggage that we're just going to bring in? We're going to bring along the ride for 2022. Jose, would you like to share?
Yeah, I would. Yeah, thank you. I was going to say, yeah, so something that I want to carry forward with me. Is my sound okay, by the way?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, awesome. So, yes, what I want to carry forward with me is just connecting with source, with music, through music, song, and dance. I feel it's something I've been doing more of this year, and will want to bring forward more.
Love it. Was there anything else that you wanted to share?
Whoops, sorry, my Wi-Fi just cut out, so
Oh.
a little bit. Yeah, so I'd want to do that for sure. And I love that what you said about like being more willing to share and be seen, and like I guess bring forth like this vulnerability. Definitely feeling some of that, and just wanted to share and include that too.
Thank you. I'd love to hear you sing, Jose.
Oh.
It doesn't have to be right now, but in sharing your voice, maybe
Totally.
an opportunity to share more of our voices together. Singing is so powerful, and it's one of the easiest and fastest way that we can access our light and shift any energy is to just sing. It gets us out of our heads and gets us out of our thought patterns.
Totally.
Right?
Yeah. Girl, I'll let you know.
Perfect. What else are we carrying forward? I want to carry forward that developing and honing in on my gifts and actually showing up and sharing them more. I feel like I'm just starting to feel comfortable being seen and being in this sort of role. And it was really easy when I had these yoga studios where I would go and the community would just show up around me. But now that I'm going out and creating my own communities, it's been more work. And so I like the challenge that I'm experiencing through this. So I want to continue to carry that forward. And so with the carrying forward piece, you will place this somewhere sacred, and you'll place one of your crystals or stones, or maybe even a leaf from cedar or pine, something that feels special. You can put that over top. It's nice to put actually a leaf or a tree branch or something like that, you know, because we want to grow these things too. I feel like grateful is really the easy one, but it's very important to constantly practice gratitude, just like singing. That can help us to shift the energy out of the darkness into realizing, okay, like darkness usually puts me into that place of scarcity and fear. But when I can feel grateful, I realize, oh, there's a lot of abundance around me already. So who wants to share what they're grateful for now? I'm really grateful for each of you for being here and showing up in community. Community is my lifeline. It's a lot of our lifelines, but we don't always realize how much we get from these intentional community sharing circles.
I'll share what I'm grateful for.
Yeah.
I'm grateful that I have a beautiful home that I'm sitting in with a cat in my lap. I'm grateful that I have a body that is sitting and, you know, operating miraculously all the time. And I'm grateful for the effort that I make, that is sincere and earnest.
Thank you. I love that. And I feel that too. I've had some horrible back pain in the last few weeks, and every day that I feel a little bit better, there's just such a massive amount of gratitude for having an able body. Yeah, thank you. And there's a share about carrying forward. So we're going back a little bit, carrying forward these healthy boundaries. Ooh, yeah, healthy boundaries get me excited. I love when people say no. Going deeper into surrender. Yes. Allowing and more embodied social justice work. And thank you for that work that you're doing. That's incredibly important. And we're just starting to really blast the light onto those places where we have to expand our humanness, our capacity for compassion for another life, another human. So I appreciate you, Selena. Calling in, letting the dreamer dream. I didn't realize that we had such power in creating the reality that we wanted to live in. I used to see myself as the Murphy's Law girl. And so I was like, if something bad's going to happen, it's going to happen to me. And then I kept manifesting all this terrible shit. I manifested a car accident. I manifested all this really painful, traumatic stuff. And I was like, maybe there's something to this law of attraction stuff. How about if I shift out of that mindset of seeing myself as the everything goes wrong girl to the everything goes right girl? And I have to say, life has gotten a lot more easeful in the last few years. I've really been able to find more joy, more peace, more acceptance. And I do see myself surrounded by so much more love and experiences that are pleasurable rather than painful. So I'm calling in to live my life through the beauty way. And the beauty way is where we get to learn through joy and through pleasure and through fun. We don't have to suffer through life's journey. What else are you calling in for this year, this big year?
Okay. I am calling in clarity, and I am calling in courage to listen to my body sensations. Far too often I let my mind make the decisions over like anxiety body sensations where I'm like, I should know by now that, you got to trust your gut and all that. But, it's easier to give advice than to necessarily take it. So this year, I'm going to do my best to really go out of my comfort zone and listen more to my body sensations and really try to be more productive so I can let go of just all the stuff I own, all the to-do lists that I have to do so that I can really, have a feel fresh and present. That would be great if I could feel like present for, so that's what I'm calling in this year.
I love that. It's so weird, Allison, when you come on and just gets this feedback. So what I wanted to share actually that Allison spoke about is the trusting of the body's messages, sensations. And I really love this, waking up in the morning, just taking a moment before you even get out of bed and checking in with your body. And we've been taught to trust everyone outside of ourselves, to trust our doctors, to trust our teachers. And that has overridden our own ability to trust ourselves. And so, of course, it's hard to sometimes discern, the ego, the inner gremlin, and the body's wisdom, because we're so used to listening out. And so every morning waking up and really listening in. So we massage the ears so that we have that ability to have more access to our truth. See, the people think the throat chakra is all about speaking, but it's also about listening, being able to listen in and anchoring that energy in towards the heart, which is just below the throat. Every morning, wake up and just hold your body, take a few deep breaths, anchor back into your body. Because in the dream world, we go on journeys sometimes. So it's coming back into the body and just saying, like, what does my body want me to know today? How can I serve you? How can I, do for you what you need? And just starting to make a practice of asking your body to show you, tell me what this means. Deepening the intimacy, the relationship that you have with your body, and that will help to develop more of the trust, more of the knowing when it comes to the intuitive messages that come through. So I hope that inspires you. Who else wants to share what they're calling in? I love this part because, being the dreamer is really fun. There's something magical about dreaming up your reality and realizing that you can manifest what you want. One more calling in, or else you're going to have to listen to mine.
I can share.
Yeah.
Awesome. So I'm calling in this year is more secure and safe and sensitive and empathic relationships, like friendships and close connections, and also abundance through the gifts I naturally have also.
Yeah. Who doesn't want more of that? Thank you, Jose. And the thing is, when we share, we're inspiring each other. I didn't write that, but damn, like I want a piece of what Jose is calling in. I want more soul family, right? So I hope that you all also take a little bit of each other's shares too. We amplify the energy of that to exist for all of us. And so these pieces you can fold up, you can place your crystal on top of, place it on your altar. And when we come together in the spring, we can reflect on what you carried forward. Is that still something that's important? Have you accomplished it? Is it something you get to celebrate now? Is it something that you're proud of now? And just that constant checking in and really holding yourself accountable to your own growth and evolution. So thank you for being here. And I'm going to close with a blessing. So again, coming into your meditative spot, sitting, lying down, whatever feels best. And just coming back into the wisdom of your breath. Relaxing your body. Breathing through the nose or breathing through the mouth. And this is a Tao hands blessing that I'm going to be offering today. And calling in my spiritual fathers and mothers. Thank you. Activating my Tao hands. This is a one-time blessing for all those who are on the call today or who watch this in the future. Tuning in to your body, tuning into your heart. What wish or blessing do you desire for yourself now? What wish or blessing do you desire for the collective now? Holding the vision of that in your mind's eye. Blessings begin. I love my heart and soul. I love all humanity. Bring hearts and souls together. Love, peace, and harmony. I love my heart and soul. I love all humanity. Bring hearts and souls together. Love, peace, and harmony. I love my heart and soul. I love all humanity. hearts and souls together. Love, peace, and harmony. Blessings are closed. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Love you, love you, love you. Gongsa, gongsa, gongsa. Ah. Thank you so much for being here for yourself. And remember, when you show up to do these things for yourself, you take some of this back with you and you allow it to trickle through your lives and touch the people who are closest to you. So even though we seem like we're a small number of people here, we do affect and impact more and more and more as this ripples through. So I love you all. I am so grateful to you for showing up for yourself and for the people around you in your life. And I'm wishing you so many blessings this year and this solstice, and may you find the love that you hold in your heart, may it amplify. And reach out if you need any support. If anyone wants to stay on the line, I'm going to talk a little bit about my offerings for this year and the work that I do. And if you decide to just peace out now, have a beautiful evening. And maybe I'll see you next time. And if you're staying with me, thank you, thank you, thank you. And so the work that I do is work of empowerment. I do a lot of women's work, but I hold space for human beings that are on their growth path. As I mentioned in the beginning, I'm an intuitive energy healer, and some of the themes that show up as an energy healer, I work with people on grief. I work with people on navigating and managing their personal relationships, whether they're romantic or family relationships. I help people get in touch and reacquainted with their inner child and do shadow work. I also work with people in being able to see into their past lives. The past lives tend to show us a lot about patterns that show up that challenge us in our current life. And there's clearing work we can do to change the story. Some of the other programs I host are about bringing people together in community and reacquainting them with more healthful habits, whether it's habits around food, habits around self-sabotaging or addiction. And so one of my programs that I'm going to be launching in January, I'm launching it with a woman named Amanda Satov. She's a naturopathic doctor. And this program is really about using food as medicine and how do we support our physical bodies. When the seasons change, there's different elements that are at play. And we'll give some information around traditional Chinese medicine and also Ayurveda, and examine and explore some of the issues that most people experience in the season. So winter, for example, it's a very dry season. We tend to feel a lot of depression in winter. And so how do we use food, specific types of food, specific protocols to support the body in hydration, to support the body in elevating the mood, to support the body in boosting the immune system. A lot of people are in fear of their health right now. And I'm not trying to diminish what's going on, but there are so many ways that we can improve our health that are not being talked about. And so can we start to shine a light on what those more holistic protocols are for caring for the physical body, for improving the digestion, which has a direct impact on the immune system and how the immune system functions. So this nutrition program is going to be like boosting your digestion and immunity. It's going to be a 3-week-long program. And each week we learn a bit about how to support a specific organ, whether it's supporting the lungs, supporting the small intestine, supporting the colon. And so it's really going to be an incredible learning process. And these things you'll be able to use for the rest of your life. And the thing that hasn't been talked about this past year is it is our responsibility to take control of our health. It's not up to the government. It's not up to our doctors. It's really up to us. And there are things that we can do that are recommended by the doctors and by the government that can help support, but it's really about the daily things that you do in caring for your body that keeps you healthy in the long run. So I'm super excited about that nutrition program. And then Throughout the year, I host retreats, and they're small, intimate gatherings, and we do take precaution to make sure that everyone's healthy and will bring the best of themselves in coming into these spaces. And some of the retreats are focused on, just rest, rejuvenation, and some of the retreats are focused on transformation and empowerment. And I've recently started hosting ceremony, working with plant medicine. I've been called for a while to do this work, and I've been very scared. But something I committed to a few years back is to just listen to the intuitive messages that come through and to trust them. And so when Spirit guided me to host a psilocybin ceremony, I was like, am I ready for this? My insecurities are all coming up. And I was told, you are ready for this. Now is the time. And what was experienced through this group of humans and mirrored back to me was like mind blowing. I'm finally feeling like I am in my power, and I'm in a place where I'm really ready to hold more incredible, magical experience for people. And what's really blown my mind over the last year of holding these powerful retreats is the people that show up in service to themselves, but also to each other. The friendships that are being made, it's really blowing my mind. And so I really appreciate this role that I feel has been given to me. It's part of my mission to bring people together, to create communities for people who are experiencing certain things in their life that they want to transcend. And we get to do it faster with more fun when we do it together. And so I have a number of retreats that I'll be hosting in 2022. And then in April will be my next solo program. In 2021 and 2020, I started a community called the Body Love Mission, and we created virtual programs to bring people together to learn sort of the foundations for how do we take care of not just the physical body, but how do we manage all of our emotions? How do we connect more spiritually to the world around us? And that was a really amazing process. And it made me realize that there are these very specific things that we can do to navigate certain emotions. And so working with grief, working with the perfectionist program, for example, that someone mentioned earlier in the call, working with the competition programs and healing some of the sisterhood wounds that we've been carrying for many, many lifetimes. And so in April, I'm going to be launching a 6-month container. It's going to be just for female identified people to come together and to work through some of these themes that show up in our lives that prevent us from being able to really create what we want in our lives, whether it's, loving, loyal, harmonious, loving partnerships, romantic partnerships, or having friends where we feel honored in our friendships, being able to speak our truth, being able to draw healthy boundaries. And so this is the stuff that gets me really, really excited. This is the work that I've been doing personally for the last decade, and working one-on-one with people through these themes has been amazing. But there is a massive power that happens when you're in a group and you go through this process together. So I'm excited to take my next group through. I don't know what the program's called yet. I'm still sitting and channeling information and putting the pieces together. But it will be similar to some of the work I've done in the past, but a different spin, a different protocol, a different process, a different methodology. And then magic, reconnecting people to their innate magic and connection to the universe, coming back to the ancient ways of doing things, learning about indigenous teachings and shamanic practice that reconnects us with the elements and the energy that's all around us, that's always all around us, but we've maybe been ignoring, and really learning how to tap into specific energy to create what you want in your life. So whether you're interested in doing some one-on-one work or hearing more about what the group programs look like, feel free to stay in touch, feel free to ask questions. And if you do feel that there are challenges coming up in your life, know that you don't have to go through these things alone. I'm happy to share some testimonials from people that I worked with in the past, and like they blow my mind. So I'm trying to remain humble and know that it's not about me. It's just about creating a safe place for you to tap into your innate wisdom that flows through you when you feel safe to be heard and to express. A lot of us are holding on to so much pain. We're not sharing the story. And there is a power that happens when you start to use your voice and you start to release some of that energy from the body. Things start to shift very, very quickly. So thank you for listening. Thank you for being here. And I hope to see you all very soon in the new year. Much love.
Thank you, Jamie.
You're welcome. Have a lovely
Good to
evening.
see you.
Nice to see you.
Thank you,
Bye.
Jamie.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
So peace.
Peace. Bye.